4. Мы с тобой в прямом эфире. 5, 6, 7, 8. Слышишь, захрустели кости. 9, 10, тишина. Кукла неподвижная. Смотрит, улыбается, словно притворяется. Ужас и страх под ногами не дна. Куда не пойдешь, наблюдает она. Руки из тени зовут за собой, а в отражении образ не твой. Скрипы за спиной, хлопок, слышен детский голосок. Твое тело все в мурашках, расширяется зрачок. Поиграй со мной немножко, не обижу я тебя. Не поставить это крошка, мигом разорвется. Ужас и страх под ногами не дна. Куда не пойдешь, наблюдает она. Руки из тени зовут за собой, а в отражении образ не твой. Не убежать и не скрыться тебе. Ты проиграешь в неравной борьбе. Ночные кошмары настигнут тебя. В истории этой не будет конца. Сквозь эти переулки и бульвары идти уже темнеет, светят фары. Рукой изображаю лейтмотив, а про себя доигрывает мощный риф. Покажется, ты очутился где-то, и в этот миг гори хоть вся планета. И лишь багровый город озарил. Я по спирали проскочила в параллельный мир. Там мы сидим у вала на зеленой. Мне так тепло и сильно мне знакомо. Спокойно, нет тревоги, только вот я обернулась и захлестнул меня водоворот. Глаза открыла снова этот город. Я изнутри продрогла, жуткий холод. Реальность и печальный лейтмотив подхватывает мощный и тяжелый риф. Сквозь серые дома туманных улиц скачут огни квартирных студий. Мне по прямой бежать совсем немного, но снова обернулась я у самого порога. И снова закрутила по спирали. Со стороны смотрю, как мы стояли. Не помню, что сказала, только вот эмоции накрыли, захлестнул Как на экран я на себя смотрела, дивилась, улыбалась, а потом краснела. Счастливые глаза горели страстью, казалось, поняла, что значит счастье. И снова закружила по спирали, и эти перепады память выжигали. Я помню, что сказала, только вот на полусловие оборот проклятый мой водоворот.
It was about 30 years ago. Easy, boy.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana?
He's down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell. It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County. I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Watch out! He's one of them!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Send these some bitches running!
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do, do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was
all be
inside,
dead, you bastards!
none the worse for wear.
Deader than a rat
I
in a
passed
trap.
Dirty Dave. And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Bowdry.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on
I think I
coming.
got one! Kill him, for Christ's sake! Where the hell, Garrett? Listen, won't Where'd he come from?
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Take us home, huh? Where'd he come from? Can't take us home, huh?
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear. even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches!
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
You come out and I will. Now you're in trouble.
I'm gonna scalp your ass!
He has it coming. Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes. Oh, you are. There he is.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. You can't get me. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Что за бред, блядь?
Как только стук сердца услышишь, стреляй.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that penny dread
О, Паша, здорово. Ты играл, что ли?
start again? I finally reached those damn stables.
Да я много раз ее проходил.
Понятно. Я тоже что-то тут нашел ее. Давай попробую.
Stepped inside, and
Бу, блядь.
last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Пушку дайте, блядь. Вот. Шляпу. О, моя шляпа.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean
Давай
ass
бери,
shot.
хорошо, здесь.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? Shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away.
Ну, там пиздишь. Так, ну что, все-таки куда надо?
Здорово, красавака, гады, братцы. Здорово.
Anybody see him?
Таня, здорово.
You can't hide from me.
Че он косой-то какой-то?
You bastard.
Ебать.
Sorry, son of a bitch. This son of a bitch is
А чё, блядь, ты убить-то не можешь его, блядь? А, патронов нету, блядь.
middle ain't that sucker. It's crazy. Shit house, man.
Так, а он еще куда надо идти-то, блядь?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Ай, блядь, пизда, я ебанулся. Да, и так чё.
Райдеры.
Съездил к родителям, шашлыки пожарили, сидели, выпили, вот и все с день рождения.
Can't believe you keep messing.
Почему это, блядь, у меня не работает? Мобилка, блядь, типа при цели, блядь, он замедляет время, блядь. Никуда не замедляю. Да, блядь. Откуда у вас столько, бля? Ага. Здесь.
Can't believe you keep messing.
Да, блядь, забирайся. Так, и дальше все.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Сюда надо идти.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me.
Вон, да,
Apparently,
да,
some
да,
of them
да.
thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
Оба. Ух ты, бля. На нахуй. Ба. Ба. И ни разу не попал, блядь. О. С 150-го раза, блядь, попадает.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color.
Так, кто, бля?
I was
Я не
just
вижу
glad I
нихуя.
had
А,
Deputy
сверху,
Bob's mean-ass
сука.
shotgun.
Чертила, блядь. И я не туда нажал. Это я, блядь, ковбой хуев. Может еще что-нибудь надо? Гранату какую дадите, блядь. Пистолетом в основном. Еще не могу двойной пистолет, да? О, ништяк. Ну нахуй. Ну, блядь. Вон нахуй. Да там-то кто еще? Или ты носишься-то, блядь? Собака, блядь. Дырявая. Тихо, тихо, тихо.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Опа. О. А чё я по трипе не беру? Почему? Так, что тут еще взять-то такое? Почему этот вот не работает? Прицеливание через мушку замедляет время. А, очков больше не надо. Че не берет-то, блядь? Или надо именно винтовку взять?
Show yourself, coward! You're dead! I've got this! You'll die for this, you hear me?
blood of innocent people.
Привет, кто тут? Так, а куда сейчас-то? Так я же тут был. Ой, обратно пришел. Непонятно. Тут я был вроде. Есть какая-нибудь карта или что там, блядь? Я не понял. Ну. Тут кто-то отступает. Может сюда? Тук-тук? Нет никого. Что делать, непонятно. Пойдет буча. Может взорвать что-нибудь надо? Паркура нету. Куда идти-то, ебать? О! Обратно на крышу. Так, и чё? Чё я на крыше?
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
No.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Где тут сука, бля? Нихуя.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play.
Не угадываю. Идет, если мне. Идет.
Boy, you are shit out of luck. Let that asshole get away with this? Blank him.
Один. Нельзя обойти, да? Можно. Иди сюда, хорош пиздец. Где? А, вон. Летицы. Ты где? Там вот. Да где ты? Ух ты, я тебя нахуй в ногу, блядь. Еще раз.
You're done.
Get the women off the street.
Он все равно там кушает.
How the hell did he get
Где?
away?
Была. Перезарядка.
Don't let him get away.
Да где ты, блядь? Не вижу его нихуя. Да сука, я слепой, блядь.
We're gonna be in deep shit with that.
Хуй, что это пушка, что ли, блядь? У меня какая-то, блядь. Да иди ты нахуй, блядь. Во, блядь.
Let him get away.
Куда побежал-то, блядь?
Stop him.
We can take him.
Сука, патроны. Тут ты охуел простреливаться, оказывается.
I'll put you down.
Ходи. Давай, раз, два, три. Сейчас, пацаны, я патрики соберу.
Put some holes in him.
Давай это делаем. Пиздец, эта хуйня вообще не стреляет, только вблизи. Не, вблизи, походу.
Finally, I found what I was looking for.
Кто где, блядь?
Stable
О,
on the
нихуя.
edge of town.
Нормально.
I'm indestructible.
Зрение, походу, хуево стало.
Smoke that son of a bitch.
Ой. Я забыл про вас, пацаны.
You can run.
Техника здесь.
You'll die from this, you hear me?
Еще один. кто-то бегает. Ну, попробуйте, пойдите.
I'm here. Get the women off the street. On yourself. Don't let them know that empty to get away.
Ух ты. Как я ж тебя убил, блядь.
God damn you! I'll flank it!
Да пиздец, блядь. Чё кривые-то такие стали, блядь. Где вы там шмаляете, блядь? Знаете, влияйте, блядь. Они там что с кем воюют? Очаг горит.
We can take them.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
Здесь что интересно?
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way.
No, sir.
Пуритановский.
Angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Заебал, давай. О, друг друга ебнули, нормально. Да сука, блядь. Да нахуй скорость, блядь. Скорость чего, блядь? Победа. Блядь, это вообще пиздец какой-то. Надо покурить сходить. Перекур, бля.
He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Да, блядь. Почему, блядь, так, блядь, не действует мышка-то быстро, блядь? Хуйню какую-то придумали, блядь. Мне не нравится. Нет.
Some say I fought unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly
Man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
You're dead!
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground, whatever else they had. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Shoot that running son of a bitch! Where's he going?
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Stand and fight, you coward!
Блядь, скулёчку нахуй, а.
Want to hit a moving target.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
It's you or me.
I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Да как-то, блядь. Текст, нахуй.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Блядь, что тут делать-то надо, ебать, я его смотрю, нахуй.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Блядь, эти сразу-то не показали.
Stand and fight.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die.
Блядь.
I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be. Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
Where's he gonna run to now?
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence.
Закидай.
It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
все, да? Спокойненько. Я там. Дед Ган, ёптать.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you!
Что ты
A
нахуй?
little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
Как, блядь, тут нахуй?
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo.
Так. Это называли, да? Это, да. Всё. Это что?
I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Где он? Откуда стрелял-то, блядь? А, вон он. А что я должен сделать тут, блядь? Йо.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Miss me, moron! Where you did that? Son of a bitch! Wait, goddamn boot!
Сука, блядь. Пиздец, а чё его не взрывает, блядь? Почему, блядь?
Hey, let's see what you yeah, well, stupid son of a bitch.
А, так это типа босс, блядь, теперь понятно. Охуеть. Ну нахуй.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys.
You down!
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Опа.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
You shoot the son of a bitch!
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I'm tired of being shot at!
Дойдем хуй знает. Ух ты, бля. Я себе.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Что нахуй? Тихо, блядь! Хуёвая пушка. Не, дай мне обратно.
Hey, got something for you!
Herb wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Well, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Да что ли?
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Да блядь, где застрял-то, ебать его.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Show yourself, coward!
Да идите нахуй, блядь. Да, блядь, запрыгни ты, ебать. Пиздец, я застрял, блядь. Дырявая игра, блин. Уэ, блядь! Держи нахуй. Оба. Сука.
God damn you!
Есть еще желающие? Ух ты! Да кто, блядь? Где? Я не вижу нихуя. блядь.
Dive for cover!
Ах ты чё, читер, блядь? Ты там сдохнуть должен, блядь. Оба. Сука. Пиздец, блядь, граната взорвал, нахуй. Этот один хуй живет, блядь. Охуеть, блядь. Ой, блядь. Что, блядь?
Middle-ate that sucker! Can't believe you keep missing. Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Так, блядь, в упор убить не может. Ёбаный урод, блядь. Хорошая игра, блядь.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Опа. Как, блядь, дует ебучая. Курчавый, блядь.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open. Time to dance with the devil.
Do this. You working my wire, Herb? Did that son of a
Блядь.
bitch, Herb, send you to kill me? You're dead.
You asshole!
Бравые ребята, блядь. Толпой напали, ёпта.
Wanna play hide and seek?
Где ты хуеплет, блядь?
Did that son of a bitch, Herb, send you to kill me?
Сука! Пистолетом был.
Like a scared little puppy.
Опа! Блять. Да-да. Блять, да? Где ты, хуй?
Got a lot of sand showing up here all by your lonesome.
Оба. Блядь. Чё, ебучий.
Come on out, son.
Блядь, да куда ты, сука, выходишь-то, ёбаный олень, блядь? Блядь, еще и сзади. Сука.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that son of a bitch Earp send you to kill me? Big mistake coming after me. Gonna kill you like a hero order.
Блядь, пиздец. Ugh. ты заебал.
Sand showing up here
Я
all by
толпой-то
your
напали.
lonesome. Hiding like a scared little
Блядь, у меня патронов-то не хватит. Блядь.
Put some holes in him.
Где ты, сука? Что ебаный, блядь.
That son bitch Earth sent you to kill me? Kill that annoying son of a bitch.
Блядь. Это мешается.
Come on out, son.
Опа! Сука.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Эй, пизду. Какая-то, блин. Задротная. Ага. Типа ни разу не попал бы.
You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that son bitch Earp send you to kill me?
Почему не засчитывает?